my selfie. Yeah, I just got rid of that camera guy. I was like, see you later. I don't even need you. Anyway, so, hey, how you doing this week? I'm just at the hotel. I'm getting ready. I've packed my bags. I'm ready to go home soon. Back to Melbourne. Don't have to be in Egypt anymore, but I can't find Lanolin. So, I went for a bit of a walk, and, I don't know, can you see him?
Oh, hey guys!
Lanolin, what are you doing there?
Just chilling out in the pool. It's so cool in the pool.
Lanolin, you're in your clothes.
Yeah, these are my bathers. I always swim in my lanolin clothes.
What? I don't even know what to say. We gotta go.
No, I'm not going anywhere.
Have you packed your bags?
Nope.
But we're checking out of the hotel soon.
No, I'm not going anywhere. This is too relaxing.
Oh dear, that's gonna not dry clean well.
Oh, well, okay, I'll get out because we do have to go back to Melbourne soon, don't we?
Yes, we do. We do.
How about a song first while I get dried off?
Okay.
Okay, let's sing My God Is So Big. That sounds cool.
Yeah, cool, dude.
I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. Louder and louder, you're gonna hear my praises roll. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do. The mountains are His, the rivers are His, the stars are His handiwork too. My God is so big, so strong and so mighty. There's nothing my God cannot do.
Oh, what a fun song! Oh, that was great. And I'm ready. I'm ready to start getting ready. We should head to the travel agent, shouldn't we, Aloe?
Oh yeah.
We should head to the travel agent and get our tickets. Even though you're flying the helicopter, I need my ticket still.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but what's next today, Aloe?
I don't know.
Oh, we've got to have the story. Achoo!
Oh, bless you.
Oh, our story today is actually about blessings.
What was that? I can't see you.
Achoo!
Oh,
Yeah,
bless
our
you.
story today is about. Oh, I must have got a cold from swimming in my clothes.
Maybe.
But
Oh.
yeah, bless you. The story today is about blessing. We're gonna have a look at Jacob and
Yeah.
Joseph.
Oh.
You know, Jacob's getting very old now.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have a look at that. So why don't we go to Mrs. Robin while I get a little dried off.
Okay, great idea.
Okay, thanks.
Don't forget your snacks, boys and girls.
Yes, get some snacks as well.
Oh, you just dry off.
Okay.
He's so weird.
Good morning, Sunday School. Jammers, It's lovely to be with you and to be telling you our story today from the Bible in Genesis chapter 48 and 49. And as I start this morning, I want to ask you a question. Do you ever get mad? Like really angry? Have you ever punched anything when you were angry? Your hand hurts a lot, doesn't it? One day at a school where I was teaching, a very angry boy punched the wall so hard that it got a big hole in it. Maybe you've done that too. Well, sin, the wrong things we do, has consequences. We hurt others by our words and our actions. And we can ask God for forgiveness. That's a wonderful thing. God forgives us. But it doesn't take away the hurt from the other person. They still hurt. And if you punch a hole in a wall when you're angry, there's still a hole in the wall after God forgives you. That's what I mean about sin having consequences. And later in our story today, we will hear about the consequences of some of Joseph's brothers' actions that weren't very good. But first, last week, Mrs. Leisha told us about the 7 bad years of famine when the only food available was from Joseph, who was second in charge of Egypt, second only to the Pharaoh. Well, by the time we get to our story today in Genesis 48 and 49, the drought is finally over and the rain has started to fall again. And when the rain falls, what happens? Yes, everything starts to grow again, doesn't it? Food starts to grow, and that's what happened in Egypt. The farms started to grow crops again, and all the places around Egypt could also start to grow their food again. Well, remember that Joseph's brothers and his father had Jacob, and now called Israel. They've come to live in the land of Goshen. Now I've got a map here, and we've got Egypt down here. So this is where the Pharaoh is the king of Egypt, and Joseph is second in charge. And way up here is Canaan, and that actually was God's promised land, where the 12 tribes of Israel would eventually have their land. But they had no food there, and so they had to come to Egypt to get their food. When all of Joseph's family and his father and Benjamin all finally came and met up with Joseph again, Joseph asked the Pharaoh, remember, that his family were shepherds, and would it be okay if they went to Goshen, because that's really good land for your sheep and your animals, and they could be there. So that's where they live. Yeah? Good. And God really blessed them in that place. Their crops grew, their families grew, all their animals had babies, and they became rich in every way. Well, Jacob had lived 17 years now in the land of Goshen, and at this time in our story, he is 147 years old. That's pretty old, 147. What happens when you get older and really old? You start to get weak, don't you? You're not strong anymore. It's hard to walk, it's hard to see, it's hard to hear. And that's what was happening to Jacob. He knew that his time on earth was nearly over, so he sent for Joseph. Now, remember, Joseph is here in Egypt, and when he gets the message, he goes to visit his father here. And he takes with him his 2 boys, Manasseh and Ephraim. Jacob was lying in his tent. His body would have been tired, and Jacob was lying in the tent, and his body would have been tired from his long life. But when he heard Joseph and the sons coming, he would have used all his strength to pull himself up. "Joseph, is that you?" "Yes, Father." "Come closer," Jacob said, holding out his bent and bony hands. "When I was younger, the Lord Almighty appeared to me at Luz. That was in the land of Canaan, and the Lord blessed me there," said Jacob. "The Lord said to me, I will give you many children, and they will have many children, and they will have many children, and from them will come many nations. I will give this land to them." Jacob is saying what God said, and it will be their land forever. And Jacob kept going in his old voice, "Joseph, your 2 sons, who were born to you in the land of Egypt, from now on, they will be my sons, just as Reuben and Simeon are my sons, and they will share in my inheritance, just as the other boys will. Joseph, I'm doing this because I loved your mother Rachel so much. She died in the land of Canaan, and I buried her there, in a little town that was called Bethlehem. And that little town is where Jesus is going to be born, and we'll celebrate it on Christmas Day." "Joseph," said Jacob, many, many years ago your brothers told me that you'd been killed by a wild animal. I thought I would never see you again, and now here you are. And God has blessed me even more because I also get to see your 2 boys." Joseph bowed down before his father, and then he got his 2 sons to kneel in front of him. Now Jacob wouldn't have been able to see very well, and here we can see Jacob, and he can't see too well, and he's got the 2 boys here. And you know, Manasseh's the oldest boy, so he should have got the bigger blessing. But Jacob switched his hands over, and he switched them over to Ephraim instead of Manasseh. And when he prayed and gave them a blessing, he said that the double blessing would go on Ephraim, but actually he was the youngest one. So Jacob's thinking, Dad, you know, it's the other way round. You've got it wrong. And he tried to change his arms. And Jacob said, "No, this was what God wanted. That Ephraim, even as the youngest, would get the bigger blessing." Do you remember that Jacob got the blessing from Esau that Esau should have got? It comes up in a lot of our Bible stories, doesn't it? And he blessed his children. Then he said to Joseph, "You know, I'm ready to die, but God is with you. God will take you back to the land of my father Isaac and Abraham." And he gave Joseph a piece of land. And then Jacob called for all his other sons. And so all the other boys, Joseph's brothers, would have come and stood around so that their father, Jacob, or Israel, could give his blessings to the sons. Now, do you remember at the start of our story I asked you about if you ever got angry and hit a wall and how sin has consequences? Well, it's really interesting because as Jacob blessed all of the boys and said something nice about their future, 3 of the boys would have got a big shock. Now Reuben, the oldest, had done something really, really bad and very, very offensive to Jacob. And so he did not get a nice blessing for his future. And Simeon and Levi, well, something had gone wrong. We didn't actually tell this story in Sunday school, but it's there in the Bible if you want to go back and read it. And they decided that they were pretty angry about something that had happened to their sister. And so in their anger, they got very violent, and they actually killed a whole lot of people. And so when Jacob was giving out his blessings, those boys did not get a special blessing on their future like the others did. You know, it's important for us to remember, children, that the things that we do have consequences, and God does forgive us for our wrong, but sometimes in the future we have to face up to that thing. You know, when Jesus died for us, he actually took our punishment and gave us a great future with him. He is so good, the way he has loved us and what he has done on the cross to give us eternal life. Now, children, as I finish today, there's a blessing that I want to say over you. Are you ready? Here's a blessing from God's word for you. May the Lord bless you and keep you. May the Lord make his face shine on you and be good to you. May the Lord smile on you and give you peace.
Hello boys and girls, I can see you. I've made binoculars. These are special binoculars that we're going to make together. Okay, here they are. Alright, so you can download this. Now these are God is Watching binoculars. Okay, so you're going to need the paper rolls, cardboard rolls, and I decorated them with wrapping paper, and you'll get 2 of these. So I've put them one there, and it says God is always watching over me, just like he is watching over Joseph. So what I did is I stuck them on. Now, see how I've got this elastic band here? So here's elastic band. So I got sticky tape, and I stuck them here and here and on the other side so they stay together. And then I've got my string, which is about a bit longer than a ruler, 2 lengths, and I tied them, you see, around the middle like that. So God is always watching over me. Like that. So have fun making that. Pretty cool. I'll leave them on because they're so cool. Alright. Next thing we're going to make is a book. So you'll get this colouring in sheet, and you can colour it all in. Now, what you're going to do, first colour, and then cut along the outside. And then what I did, just move this out of the way for a sec, is I folded it first in half like this, and then open it, and then like that. And then in the middle, along the lines here, like that. Now, tricky, what we're going to do, pay attention here. So, like that. Do you notice here? Now we've got cutting lines here, but we also cut up to here, at this bit here. In between, God made a colourful world, And God made a yellow sun, like that. Okay? So that's important to do that. We leave it attached here. This does not get cut. So then what we do is we fold it in half, just like that. And then what we're going to do is we are going to glue these two ends together as well, but in a minute. And so then this bit looks like that. And so then what we do is make it like that. Now, we're going to fold that bit there. So that's the front. God made a colourful world. And that goes like that. Oops, a bit tricky. Like that. Like that. And it becomes a book. Have a go. You can work it out. Okay, so that's this one here. And our binoculars. Let's put binoculars over here. Right, we've also got a word search. And you'll also have a map to colour in. Remember Jacob? And he had 12 sons? Well, this is the promised land. And all these parts here are named after the 12 sons. Okay, so we've got that. There's Jacob and his 12 sons. And we've got another colouring in. So this is I am a child of God. I just got a piece of cardboard, stuck it on so I can lean it against something like that. And the last one is another colouring sheet. Okay, so that's 3 colouring in sheets. 1, 2, and the map. You've got your binoculars, and you've got your book. So enjoy your crafts and go around and check everything out. See if it makes everything bigger. You can close one eye. If you close one eye, you can see only one circle. But see, if you open both eyes, do you see one out of one hole or 2? Check it out. Bye for now. Look, look. Oh, it fell apart. Hi kids, today we're going to do a Christmas craft. We're going to make some Christmas trees, like this little one here. And so what you're going to do is you've got to cut your watermelon, so it's thick like that, in slices. Get Mum or Dad to help you. And then so like this is like that. So what I've done here is, because the bottom of the watermelon is curved, I've cut it so it's flat, so it sits like that. And now I'm going to do, I've pre-marked it, you can see there's a line here and here, there and there. So I'm just going to give that a bit of a, oops, oh, pre-cut, look at that. Like that. You can munch on those if you want. And then it stands up. And it stands up. And I'm going to put it over here. And this one here, do the same. Like that. Like that. And then I'm going to stand them up like that, so it looks like a Christmas tree. And I'm going to stand it here and here. And here's a bunch of Christmas trees. So when you have visitors, you can do Christmas trees for your friends and relatives. Have a good Christmas.
What did you think of that?
Oh, amazing! Having the blessing, it had nothing to do with sneezing. Had nothing to do with sneezing. It was about blessing.
Well, I mean, come on. I didn't think it would have anything to do with sneezing.
Well, that's all I knew. I knew bless you was about sneezing.
Oh dear, you're weird. You're so weird. Well, we're just here. I was gonna say news agent.
No, not news agent. We can't read Egyptian, so that would be useless.
No, we're going to what is it called? Travel agent.
Yes, I need to go to the travel agent and pick up my ticket. So the guy here's just gonna get my tickets ready. And have you got your ticket too?
Well, I keep trying to say I've got my helicopter. It doesn't matter. I'm not.
You're really going in the helicopter?
Yes, Madeline. I've been qualified helicopter for like 2 weeks now.
2 weeks?
Yeah.
That really concerns me, boys and girls. I'm looking forward to seeing you again, but I don't know if Ella will.
Of course I will. It's
Sorry,
such
that
a
was
worry
morbid.
Word. Such a worry word. Anyway, it doesn't matter. We're flying home, baby.
Yep, it's gotta be fun.
Woo!
I'm gonna go the safe way on the airplane. And
Boring.
you can go on the helicopter.
I'm on a helicopter.
I still don't believe you're actually doing it.
I am. I flew here on a helicopter. Why wouldn't I go home in a helicopter?
Because it was a very dangerous and traumatic experience for me.
I guess you have to be driving. Anyway, so we got one more week of Sunday school, which is a bit sad,
A little bit sad,
but a little bit exciting
It's
because
gonna
it's
be-
Christmas, son.
That's right, and we're gonna be back with you guys. We're gonna be back, not here in the stinking hot Egypt anymore.
Oh, I'm so hot and sweaty, and sometimes we've been able to eat, sometimes we haven't been able to eat. It's just like, I just feel a little bit emotional about it all.
Oh, yeah, I'm next. Oh, yes, okay, no worry, thank you. I've got my ticket. My ticket's ready. And,
You sure you don't want to join me?
no, I
We
don't
can
want
play
to.
helicopter games.
What's that noise?
What's that noise? Oh,
Charlie, oh, the helicopter! You weren't joking, the helicopter's here. All right, you better get going, and I better get going to the airport with my tickets.
move.